It's Tuesday! Shop press. Some plates, bolts, arms, lever, fucking another arm, this bit. So this little shop press is made for pressing bearings and, you know, press fitting stuff into place. But I want to use it to be able to bend up little sheet metal boxes and, you know, metal brackets out of like plate and all sorts. So as opposed to trying to find, which I did look around but I couldn't find anything, so I'm going to try and make a little bending press die and finger to chuck into it. So what I've got is I've got some plate and I decided just to 45 it in the drop saw. So what I ended up doing was I just quickly tacked it to a little bit of 50mm angle I had lying around to try and overcome this cheap drop saw not having the ability to rotate the head on the angle. It can only rotate on the plane. But I quickly ran along the problem of the drop saw's not really adequate for this because I've got one of those old friction cuts. When I actually try and cut it, it just got really hot and nothing I could do. Because I was trying to cut on like the horizontal plane type deal, it really was just getting hot and getting nowhere. So I quickly retired into the old grinder. Engine not terrible, is it? Fuck me. As you can see, I'm pretty impressed by how good this cut actually turned out. Surprised myself a little, and when I threw the square on it, I was even more impressed.
Fuck you, cunt. That's spot on. It's pretty good. I'm fucking impressed.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it.
I'm pretty impressed.
Then all I had to do was cut the other side to make the angle for the finger. This time I tried to go a little bit sharper than 45, just so it had a bit of room to breathe in the die. Then I just gave it a quick clean up with the flap disc. Didn't go too overboard with it, I just wanted to get rid of any burrs or anything to leave big dirty scratches in whatever workpiece I throw in it. To the eye, it turned out quite well. I was quite happy with it. It looks straight enough. It's nowhere near machined, but it will do for my purposes. And you can see here how snugly the three bits actually fit together. So I'm pretty confident onto a winner here at this point.
That'll work for sure.
Kicking goals. And then I went ahead and tacked a bit of flat plate to the bottom. I mean, it was thick enough as it was. I didn't want it to spread. And then I just really welded the shit out of it. I probably could have got away with just welding like an inch or so, then a gap, and an inch or so, then a gap, but I like welding, so I just blasted it. The real pressure is going to come from down, so as long as it doesn't spread outwards. I didn't have to worry too much about actually bending the metal, because once you put it in the press, it's going to press it back down to what you want anyway. I think it came out good. I mean, I think my welds were a little bit hot, and I did get some cut into the bar itself, but strong and ugly, it'll do the job. Next step is I welded one of the collars that come with the accessory kit straight to the piece. This way I can slide on and off the bar when I want to, and it all should work. I wasn't sure how much force I was going to get laterally, and because I only had a couple of spots to weld, I just welded over them twice and went 2 passes. So should be good. The downforce is down, so it would only be the possibility of it shearing or cracking and, you know, flying off, hitting me in the face or something. So next step was to take it over and throw it on the bar and screw it into place. Just still quite hot, so I've got my glove on. Pretty easy, slip it on, tighten up the Allen key and you're done. And there she is, in all her glory. Just look at her, perfection, you know. So first thing I try out is a bit of stainless plate. It's a few mil thick, I can't remember off the top of my head. But this is the main thing I've wanted to build this for, to bend in the first place. I want to make a couple boxes out of this, and my mate wants a shovel, stainless steel shovel for metal detecting, if you believe me. And for the first one, I wasn't sure how much it was going to guide itself in or whatever, so I really took my time in lining up to my line and slowly increasing it and making sure it was square. As with all maiden voyages, you want to give it your best chance to be a good one. And then pumped away.
That's gotta be as good as anything, I reckon. Ready? Mm-hmm.
Woo! Oh, give us a
Oh,
look.
went over.
Give us a look. Yes. Give us a look at that.
Bit over. Let's see if we can get one
It's
at more.
smooth. It's very smooth.
It's a fucking good bend, isn't
It's
it?
very smooth.
And it's quite accurate to the line.
Yes. I like it.
I'm gonna try the other end,
I like.
and this time I'll give it left and see if I can get it.
Yeah, but you can always bend that back, can't you?
Yeah, you can definitely bend it back. Definitely bend it back.
The thing's not in properly. Yeah.
Up she comes. Oh, look at that.
Look at it. Look at it. It's fucking 90, isn't it? Oh, it's lovely. Is it square?
Pretty square, but needs a fraction more. But theoretically, now that we've got the initial fold, should just be a case of tweaking it. Yeah, that's fucking 90 right there. Ooh. Look how smooth it is. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Alright. Big as shit.
Right, as you can see, I quickly whipped up some 75mm angle and a little bit of channel because of the smaller die wasn't working for the thicker material, and I left the welder on, so sorry about the fan in the background.
It's probably a bit more than 90. Bit more than 90.
This is just a test piece to really put it to its limits. I wanted to know whether if you bend, say, past the length of the finger and just how much push the press had against thick material like this. I didn't put it in very straight.
No. Wherever it's not touching metal, it's fucked.
That's alright. I mean, I didn't put it in straight, but you fucking bent the whole lot. That's alright. Fucking good, Ben. Anyone and everyone who gets pressed squashes a Coke can. Look at that. Alright, so I made the blade and I made this bottom half of a die. It's pretty rough. It's times like these make me really wish I had a mill. Essentially all I did was cut 245s and 2 bits of steel, weld them together, just so they don't pull apart in any way, shape or form. And that sits there and that comes down, slots in. Quite good results with this. I made this in with the stainless steel in mind, and this is the sort of bend I got. Nice edge, perfect. My first bend, as you can see, you can just make out my line that I've tried to have a bend on, and she came out quite right, but I pressed too hard and she came too much. That wouldn't be hard to straighten out. Just put that in the vise and push down and it'll open. But this was just a test scrap bit anyway. Really happy with those results. Here's the aluminium. This is about 6mm thick aluminium. This is my initial attempt here, but as you can see, because those jaws were too close together, it was causing a lot of issues for me. So what I actually whipped up was this bottom die here. For anything thicker, I just blasted a bit of 75mm angle and a bit of 100mm by 50 channel, blasted it in there. This is the scrap I had laying around, and that gave me the perfect die. Using that teeth, using that finger just to push down, and that's a great result too, I reckon. Perfect. So, as you can see, that was the trouble. Spread it out, and then once I spread it out, this is about the thickest scrap I had of this. As you can see, I had the same trouble on the little die, but once I made the bigger die, not a bad bend at all. Quite happy. I wouldn't mind trying out some thicker stuff. This means I can make all sorts of brackets and replicate all sorts of things. And then the final piece with this bit of rebar. So my plan is to make drop bolts out of all of these, put them in a sleeve, lock up the gates, whatnot. It's just handy to be able to, no heat, no nothing, bend these. As you can see, I took 2 bites at it to actually get the thickness to work. So I bent it most of the way to 90, then took another bite and actually went past 90 a little bit again, which I seem to have quite a problem doing, going past 90. You know, bit of scrap steel and you got yourself a sheet metal bender. Obviously, stuff like this, you could probably, I mean, stainless steel is going to be a little bit hard, but you'd get away with one of the sheet metal brakes, which I do plan on getting eventually. You know, on the bench top, this is pretty much a prototype for what else I could make and place in here. With the collet system attaching to the thing, I'll be able to interchangeable fingers. Then I can change the heights, you know, I'll have more ability to bend. My only limitation with this is the width, but for now, mission accomplished. Just being able to do this, and I reckon I'll be able to go up to 5-6mm in normal steel, will make me be able to replicate items like this. You know, whatever you can think of, you'll be able to make with this. It's up to me now, my ingenuity, whatever I do, I can form it and I can weld it, therefore we can build it. This little shop press, it's meant for setting bearings and things like that mostly. I've decided to put it right to the test, and it's held up not bad.